Hey dudes, welcome to GS Arcade. In each episode in this series, we're going to explore several classic arcade games, both well-known and obscure. We aim to be educational as well as entertaining, so we'll be providing researched facts about each game, as well as our usual off-the-cuff design analysis and off-topic talk. Please look forward to it.
Alright, let's go ahead and give it a shot.
So our first game is Kung Fu Master.
Whoa! Not much, what up with you?
So this series is going to be kind of like our TurboGrafx 16 series, except maybe a little bit more analytical and a little bit more researched. We're going to be paying tribute more to the old arcade games.
Alright.
And you're probably going to notice in the second episode of this series,
Holy crap.
there's some killings going on outside. So you're probably going to notice in the second episode of this series, we're also going to call it the first episode. But we decided that the first episode, our first episode that we recorded wasn't as strong as we could have done it. So we're doing another first episode so that we give a better impression for the series. So this game has punching, kicking, and jumping.
That's
and
about
ducking.
it.
It's pretty simple. And it was actually on NES. We did that on our classic we did this game on our classic analysis series, except we did the NES version of it. So you can tell that the graphics are a little bit more high res in the arcade version of the game. But that the gameplay mechanics are pretty similar.
Oh.
And this is sort of a predecessor to the brawler genre. You could even possibly consider this part of the brawler genre before it really became what we know it as today.
Oh, terrible then.
So it was developed by ERM for Nintendo for the NES.
Oh.
It was published by ERM for the Japan arcade release, Data East USA for the North America arcade release, and Nintendo for the worldwide NES release. It was released, the arcade version was released in Japan in December 1984, and it's well, obviously it's a side-scrolling brawler.
Really simplistic. Interesting.
So the game was initially released in Japan under the title Spartan X as a tie-in based on the Jackie Chan film Wheels on Meals, which was distributed under the same title in Japan. However, the game had no bearing on the plot of the film outside of the names of the character, the main protagonist and his girlfriend, which allowed ERM to export the game without license by simply changing the title.
Oh my god. Wait, is this supposed to be Jackie Chan?
Yeah. But it doesn't look like him, so they could just...
Before Jackie Chan's Adventures on, or no, whatever that game was
Jackie
called.
Chan's Action Kung Fu.
Yeah. Wow.
For NES and TurboGrafx 16, yeah.
Who would have guessed?
This was actually supposed to be a Jackie... Well, it was a Jackie Chan game, but then, yeah, they changed the title, and so it's not a Jackie Chan game outside of Japan. The player controls Thomas...
Thomas, the ninja.
As he
Kung Fu
fights his
Master.
way through 5 levels of the Devil's Temple in order to rescue his girlfriend Sylvia from the crime boss, Mr. X. It's considered to be one of the precursors of the beat-em-up genre, which I already said that.
Cool.
It was produced by for ERM by Takashi Nishiyama, who also created the 1982 hit Moon Patrol, and later designed the original 1987 Street Fighter at Capcom, before leaving to run SNK's video game development division, creating the Neo Geo arcade system board and its games like Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, Art of Fighting, King of Fighters 94, Samurai Showdown, as well as several of their successors. So this guy went on to make many successful franchises and make the Neo Geo.
That's pretty impressive. I guess you just have to start somewhere, in this case.
Okay, here's some conflicting information. The game was originally based on Bruce Lee's originally, I guess before they decided to make it based on that Jackie Chan movie.
Oh.
It was going to be based on Bruce Lee's 1972 movie Game of Death, with the 5-level Devil's Temple reflecting that movie's setting of a 5-level pagoda with a martial arts master in each level. However, the title was changed during development to make it a tie-in to Jackie Chan's Spartan X. And indeed, Game of Death... half of the movie, like the last half of the movie, is just Bruce Lee climbing. It's basically a video game. It's just him climbing a tower and beating up a different guy with a different gimmick on each level. Like, I remember one of the floors of the tower was a skinny black guy, like a kickboxing guy, and then I think there was like a big wrestling guy on one of the floors, and then the last floor was just it was just like an old mob boss kind of guy, and he tries to escape out the top, out through the window, and Bruce Lee chases him out onto the window and pushes him off the roof. And then the credits roll.
That's it?
Yeah, it's not a very good movie, but it's fun to watch because Bruce Lee's just fun to watch, I guess.
I'm surprised you've seen that
but
film.
there's no plot. Yeah, I've seen most of the Bruce Lee movies, I think.
What?
Yeah, including Game of Death.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, punch a little farther. So it turns out that it looks like you get about twice the distance with a kick. And for that reason, you get half the score.
Right.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we
till
had a
just now.
comment actually on our NES, when we covered it during our NES Classic Analysis series, and someone posted about that. I wish I remembered his name, but I don't. And
Oh, no.
He commented that this game has a risk-reward system as far as the scoring goes. That if you do higher risk moves, you get more points. So that's a pretty interesting design mechanic.
It's not that hard either. I mean, it's fairly
Yeah,
lenient
for
you
these
know?
guys. For these guys, I think punching
Oh.
is but there's your risk-reward right there.
I like how they damage you simply by hugging
Yeah,
you.
if they give you a hug,
Oh!
yeah, you had to jump over that. So
I didn't know he did
he
that.
swaps between throwing knives high and throwing knives low. So there's a little high-low game there, and these guys are a hugging game.
Hugging game. Oh,
A
stop
grappling
hugging me!
game. You get enough of them. I think these guys are named Timothy, by the way.
Timothy!
These enemies.
Timothy and Thomas. That's really harsh.
So this was kind of appropriate, I guess, to do this game first, because it was one of the first games we played on our Classic Analysis series. And
No!
this series sort of bears resemblance to that series in a way. So we've gone through all of our facts. I don't know, do you want to give it another shot, or should we go on to our next game?
Let's go on.
Let's go on to our next game. So our next game is Geopolis. This is a little bit more of an obscure game. We're going to try and cover at least one obscure title per episode. And we don't have a whole lot of information about this game. I do remember playing it, but I don't remember that much about it. It's a pretty old one, but it's not as old, obviously, as Kung Fu or the next game that we're going to play. It was developed and published by Konami, released in May of 1993, and it's an RPG action game. So let's give it a shot.
An RPG action game?
Yeah, it has a password system, too, so you can continue. So it's a pretty long game.
How is this an arcade game of all, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it should
let's
be
see,
a...
Let's see all the characters here.
Whoa.
So we got like a dragon guy, we got a fairy, and we got a knight type of fella. A prince, he's called.
Oh, let's be him, huh? He's
Sure.
probably the most balanced. I'm just guessing.
So really awesome artwork
Yeah.
right off the bat. Like, this is 1993, and this would look good even by today's standards.
Yeah, this is better than Mode 7 for sure. Right? It's not Mode 7, I don't think,
So
is
this
it?
is from when, like, home consoles could not
Right.
produce this back in
Okay.
the early and mid 90s.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, so it's double tap to dash.
Yeah, that's a little bit archaic, but that was when we had limited buttons.
Oh man.
We're kind of learning. Ed's kind of learning how to play this as we go.
This is kind of nuts. Oh, it's 2 players too. Simultaneous co-op, it seems, but there's a
I
lot
have my
happening.
controller plugged in.
Oh yeah, no, that's alright. One of us needs to talk, I guess, or pay attention. Let's break this stuff open. Oh cool, meat. Wait. Whoa. Hurry up. Why? I'm trying.
This is almost a little bit reminiscent of Gauntlet, in that you find items, you find money and meat to heal yourself and
Yeah.
get score.
Level 2. What does it mean?
You're also timed here as well.
It's like this is a precursor to Time Crisis. Just kidding.
So you want to go to the right here, I guess. It tells you where to go. That's kind of nice.
Prince.
So you have to keep things moving along in an arcade machine, because if you don't keep things moving along, then your player is not feeding quarters into the machine.
Yeah.
So they give you a time limit. They tell you exactly where to go.
Can I block? No, it
So
doesn't
the,
look you
the
can...
incentives of the developers are much different than the incentives of a developer of a game that's strictly for home console release.
What a weird game.
So I guess there's a boss guy. Yeah, he had a life bar down there.
An RPG in an arcade.
So you're level 2.
Cool.
Looks like you beat the boss.
It's basically a brawler with an RPG system.
Yeah, like a
at this
top-down
point.
kind of
Yeah.
brawler, it looks like. Yeah, I barely remember anything about this. I did play it, but
Is there text and stuff? Wow. Fire Warrior. Who are you? And what keys are you talking about? King Darkness. Alright. Alright.
there's definitely more RPG elements than I was expecting. This much story in an arcade game.
Yeah, this is a lot. First of all, go to Neomosque. Alright then. Yeah, this was definitely translated in Japan. Definitely not by a localization team.
Seems that way.
Oh, hurry up! Stop telling me to hurry up! Now, what are these and why? Why do I want them?
I think they're helpers.
Wait.
Oh, it changed your helper.
Oh.
So you had an aardvark now, you had a dragon before, and there was something else. Maybe you could pick which one you want, but it looks like you've chosen to go with the aardvark.
It does seem like
consciously.
that. Consciously. On purpose.
Wait, he's not following you, though.
Maybe he has
worthless.
bad AI or something. Come on. Oh, no.
You can't go back.
Oh, that was... I
Another
did that.
hallmark of classic arcade games. You can't go back.
Cool.
Oh, okay. He respawns next to you if he goes off screen.
That's
cool.
nice. Sure, a lot of chests in here.
Oh, it's pretty lenient with the food so far.
Yeah,
They're
is.
trying to lure you in, make you think you're good at the game, so that you'll keep putting quarters in later on when it starts wrecking you.
And yeah, I can definitely see that this game would wreck you later on. I can imagine.
Really, really impressive graphics, though.
Quite nice.
I'm a big fan of this style, the old school Konami and Capcom style, especially Capcom. They
Whoa.
had pretty much the best artists in the business as far as classic arcade games go. But this is up there.
Those tank treads look really, really nice in animation. That's like the lamest thing I've ever said, but it was cool. Oh, okay, so you see that flashy thing to the left there?
Yeah.
The lightning bolt, that means if I press this button, then we have that attack and we can use it. I didn't know before, but that's actually our attack. We can do that.
Oh, okay. It's like a magic nuke attack.
Yeah. So at least you get... that's kind of cool. You have something other than just your default, sword attack.
Yeah.
Wonder...
Sort of reminiscent of Golden Axe.
Wonder how it charges. Time-based or something? Maybe not. There's all sorts of HUD elements here that I don't quite understand.
It's interesting that they went with the vertical display for this game as well. It's not a shmup. So most of the time, a game that would use a vertical display like this would be a shmup. But I guess there's a lot of vertical scrolling in the game, so they probably just decided to go with the vertical display. They're not limited, right? Because it's an arcade game, so they're not limited to doing a 4x3 or a widescreen nowadays. But on the as far as the display goes.
Oh, hello.
So this is the boss. Cool design.
Oh, my head. Oh, God. Oh, look at his health.
Well, look out.
He's got that times 4 amount of health.
Wow.
Oh.
You might need some help.
Oh, I do have infinite continues.
Oh, wait. I don't know if we have the second controller set up.
Hey, look. This guy's stronger. I didn't mean to change characters, but I did.
That's cool, because we wanted to see how some of the other characters behaved. Check out that tail.
That's cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chill out, dude.
That was how they did things like tails. They would segment them.
Get
It's
out of
easier
here.
to animate.
Holy crap. He wrecked us. Fairy. Let's go fairy.
Wow, that was fast. Was that a credit?
That was a credit.
Okay, yeah, they start wrecking you pretty fast.
Second level. Level up. How do we level up?
I guess you get to keep your level,
Oh, Jesus.
no matter which character you use. So that's cool.
It's a
You
little
don't have to start over. That would kind of suck if you had to start over in the middle of level 2, or at the boss of level 2 if you'd already gained a bunch of levels from level 1 and 2.
Wonder when it gives you a password. Wow. Oh, I increased our health bar somehow. Wait, what? How did he die?
Maybe because you're a higher level, you just...
Oh.
Every few levels, maybe it just gives you an increase on your health bar.
Maybe. Interesting. He looks like a good guy.
He's the mayor.
The mayor of Neomosk. Should we keep going, or should we,
Maybe one more level.
yeah.
Maybe at least see the next boss.
Oh, Gerard. Oh, yeah, from Avalon. I know you. Gerard.
Yeah, I really like the designs. It's old school style and the character designs.
This seems pretty ambitious for 93.
Yeah, definitely.
This
I'm
was
really impressed.
Yeah. Konami, right?
Yep.
I guess that explains it. I'm surprised that I've never heard of this game.
Yeah, Konami and Capcom pretty much dominated in
Yeah.
that in the arcade, as far as graphics and gameplay, really. Back in that era, in the 90s.
I wonder why it never got a... Maybe it did get a home console release in Japan or something. Who knows? Or did it not? Did you know? Did you see that for
I'm
sure
not
anywhere?
Sure. No, I don't have a whole lot of information on this one, so we can't be as educational as we were with the previous game.
This is really cool.
But yeah, in this series we're doing a little bit more research on each game than we have in the previous series that we did that are similar to this, like Classic Analysis and TurboGrafx 16.
Really interesting. You know, they could have just used a regular 4x3 screen. Oh, I don't want to miss it.
I think you... Oh, no, you didn't.
There we go.
There you go.
Like, this didn't have to be a vertical, like a shmup style game.
No, I don't think it had to
Stop
be...
it!
You can't run up the stairs.
You can only
no
walk
running
upstairs. Nope.
I always run upstairs.
Me too, because why would you waste the time walking up anywhere? Anywhere. I run in parking lots, because
The
that's
way
faster.
that Ed comes downstairs
Yeah, what's up with
is...
that?
it sounds like he's falling down the stairs every time.
I don't understand that. That's just... I don't know. That's just how I do it.
That's very worrisome.
It is very worrisome. Looks like you get experience every time you hit something. Oh, cool. Hurry up.
It's definitely... It encourages exploration.
Why is it always telling us to hurry, though? I mean...
There's not that really that many ways to go, I guess. But
yeah.
exploring a little bit out of the way usually gets you a treasure chest, it seems like.
It does seem like if you're good at the combat, you can get enough health to survive without having to feed a bunch of quarters to it. I wonder if they didn't make a lot of money on this game. No, I bet they did. I bet they did. I've never heard of an RPG like this, being an arcade game. Except for Gauntlet Legends, but that was... Actually, that wasn't that much after this, was it?
Gauntlet Legends would be 97. This is 93, so 4 years.
Only 4 years? Huge difference.
I think it was 97. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments.
That sounds about right. That also had a password system. But I had no idea that there was another game that used it this much earlier. It was like RPG.
Yeah, that saved your progress as an actual character on the machine itself.
Time travel tree.
My character was named MEW, Mew.
Oh yeah.
Which I misspelled as Mex one time, and I didn't get to play as my character. I was pissed. I lost my quarter.
Mex. Oh, he looks like a boss.
There we go. Some more of these segmented.
Cool.
I love the look of that. The segmented sprites.
Yeah, that's a nice
like
look.
this. Or like a series of sprites, I guess, that follow him.
Oh my god, he's so strong. He's so strong and we so weak. He's got so much health. Come here. Oh,
That's a cool design too.
that range. Alright, we've only got a couple of quarters left. Oh, I didn't mean to be this guy. Oh well.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We've seen all the other guys, so I think we're getting ready to check out the next title.
Yeah. Oh look, I just want to bash this guy's head open. Come on. We're almost there. We're almost there. Yes! Sucker! That is really cool.
Yeah, they definitely went above and beyond with the graphics in this. I think that's one of the main attractions.
Well done. Geopolis, huh? Who's that? Is that the fairy?
No, I think that was I don't know, some lady we were supposed to rescue.
Oh.
Okay, so the story leaves a bit to be desired. But
Yeah. At least it has a story.
Yeah, it's definitely neat.
Alright, well let's move on to our next game, shall we?
Alright, this is going to be our last game for the episode. This is a classic that I'm sure many of you have heard of. It's Joust. So Ed's going to be playing, and this game was developed by Williams Electronics and published by Williams Electronics. It was released on July 16th, 1982. While this game is not the first two-player co-op game, it is probably the first two-player co-op game that became popular. Let's see what else we got here. Their first choice, the main character in the game is a knight that rides an ostrich, which wasn't their first choice was an eagle, but there's not really any way for it to land gracefully, and especially to depict it in a 2D way like this, with pixels, with the low resolution that they were working with. And also, this is one of the earliest games, if not the earliest, that deviated from the normal 4-way or 8-way joystick. They went with a 2-way joystick with this game because the flying mechanism is controlled with a button. So they could have had it. They could have had it so that it controlled like a shooter, or like games that came before it, and used just a stick, so that you would move up and fly probably by just moving the stick up, right, or down by pressing it down.
Right.
But they decided to go with a button, which actually you see that kind of control a lot today.
Yeah.
For flying and for swimming in water, you press a button and it makes your character move up on the y-axis.
Should I get started here?
Yeah, you can start whenever you want.
It's like,
you gotta.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need any more coins though. We got a coin in there, right?
now we have
We have a coin in our arcade machine here.
Well, now we have 2. Buzzard bait.
To animate the birds, the artist used Edward Muybridge's art book Animals in Motion, which is kind of a classic. If you're into animation or artwork, you might have heard of that. So,
I have not.
and given the limited memory, they had to balance the number of frames to a minimal file size and maintain a realistic animation for the ostriches. So they do look pretty realistic for the resolution that they had to work with back then.
Yeah, they don't look terrible. What year was this? This was 82.
82. Yeah, this is definitely one of the earliest good video games, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the graphics are serviceable. Nothing wrong with them. They age pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah, and we still have tons of retro style games coming out now that are with pixel graphics, and a lot of them don't even look as good as this.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of skill
No,
to
no.
make good 2D art, especially when you're dealing with such a low resolution. You really have to pick and choose which pixels you want to. Every pixel matters.
Oh.
Every pixel has meaning at this size.
Yeah.
That said,
Yeah.
you can also use it to hide some mistakes because you don't have to know as much detail. So if you're making like a human character, your anatomy doesn't have to be quite as perfect with a lower resolution, because you don't even need to include every muscle and connection and everything perfectly.
Right.
So just another small fact about the game: it was featured in the book Ready Player One.
Ugh. I mean, yay!
That's one of the many. Yeah. Whatever. It was in that book.
Yeah. I mean, every arcade game ever was in that book. That book was a book of references. They should have called it the book of references.
Yeah. Was it at all accurate?
Oh, yeah.
Some of it was.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it was
the
accurate.
main character, well, here's a slight spoiler alert. Skip ahead like 30 seconds if you don't want to hear a very slight spoiler. It's not really that big of a deal. But the main character at one point beats Pac-Man. He loops Pac-Man in like 6 hours without having had practiced before. This is not possible.
This is not possible. For many reasons. Yeah, it's insane. Some of the greatest...
It takes a ridiculous amount of memorization to be able to do that.
Oh, God.
Like, very few people in the world can loop Pac-Man.
Yeah, the greatest players in the world can do that, but it takes a ridiculous amount of time. Doesn't it just break after 256 levels, too? Just breaks because it glitches out?
Yeah, it either glitches out or you can't get any more score. Something like that happens. Like, the score just gets to 99999 or something. Yeah, 9 repeating.
Yeah, I heard that it exceeds I guess you're right, the score counter or the level counter or something.
Yeah,
and then
it glitches out. I don't know. I kind of forget. But if you guys know,
yeah, I'll never do such a thing.
Leave it in the comments.
Take this? Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, my dad was really good at Pokemon. Pac-Man.
Pokemon! I was really good at Pokemon.
I don't think he never did that. He never mastered
way.
it, and he spent I don't know how long, a huge amount of his time playing Pac-Man.
Oh, you can't touch them. It was so Joust. It was okay jousting, not the greatest. DDD.
So this is a 2-player co-op game.
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and try that out? Do you want to?
Yeah, it would be a disservice to not do some co-op.
I'm gonna wreck ya.
All right, yeah, it works.
Prepare to joust. Yeah, this is like the original Smash Brothers.
Is it really this? Is the control really this loose?
It's pretty loose, right?
Jesus, yeah, this is not. This is way looser than I remember.
Yeah, I remember that the hardest part of this game was always just getting the controls down.
Yeah.
You know, like you're constantly fighting momentum, which is kind of cool. It's
Yeah,
like
this
a
is crazy.
very primitive version of physics.
So Balloon Fight is kind of a clone of this game, but I
Right.
think they did a little better. The control was a little tighter, a lot tighter.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been.
This is so loose. Wait, what is that? What is that knight down there?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Can we hurt each other?
Yes.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you could. Okay, let's try to work together. Oh, are you dead?
No, I'm back. Yeah,
Oh,
I was
I
actually.
fucking died.
I was actually trying to kill you that whole time. I just didn't say anything. Oh!
What the fuck?
You killed me
Yeah.
by accident.
Sorry about that.
No, you should be.
All right.
No, you should be. Yeah, really loose. But I remember having a lot of fun with Ice Climber, even though
Oh, motherfuck!
mostly played it by
You just stopped me.
myself. Yeah, I know I did. No bonus. Wait, maybe it seems like it's rewarding us for working together.
Yeah, we should be rewarded for working together.
It said conflict, no points awarded. Oh!
If you want to see more of Joe and Ed cooperating in video games, we just recently recorded an episode. Oh, it's up already. Called
Oh, yeah.
N Co-op. Check that one out if you haven't yet. It's a funny one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well worth it. It's I was gonna title that episode. I was gonna call it Contagious Laughter. Because the whole episode, as I was
okay. I didn't die at least.
No.
I just jousted into him. Oh, motherfuck! Careful.
while I was editing the episode, I couldn't stop laughing just watching it. So it was a lot of fun.
Get out of here, you
to edit.
buzzard.
So go check it out if you like laughing.
Careful.
Gladiator wave.
I really want to win.
Sounds hot.
I want to beat the game. I want to get a maximum score and loot the game on our first try here.
Yeah, wait. How does this even? Oh no. How does it work in this
Oh,
game?
you've died.
I'm
Oh,
dead.
fuck. What the did you see what it spawned? It spawned me right as a guy was just diagonally dashing toward... Okay.
Cool. Wow. Want to try again?
Sure.
Because that was abysmal, you might say.
Just put in some more credits there. I'll give it another shot.
Abysmal.
Joust.
And it's really just just one level, huh? One stage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool how that bridge down there burns and opens up the lava pit.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I like how they just changed they keep to a single arena without scrolling, and then they change the arena with an effect like that. It's just kind of neat. Sort of like Mortal Kombat. Well, that kind of changes. That does scroll, but the arena changes. You can break through the floor and ceiling a lot in the Mortal Kombat games.
Right.
And it makes it more interesting.
It's kind of a minor change in this game, though. It's only the corners of that bridge, right? It's not the entire bottom floor there.
Yeah, just the corners. The bottom left and bottom right there.
Yeah, but still, it's a cool idea. I'm surprised that this arena is not symmetrical. Also, you know, like on the right side, there's that extra spawning platform.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I would expect it to be that way, to be completely symmetrical. But, you know, I guess not having it that way is slightly more strategic.
Yeah, it adds a
you
little
could
bit more
argue.
strategy to it.
Yeah. I mean, little, if any. I don't know if you could even find a way to measure it, but it's just a cool idea, I guess.
And I like that it wraps too.
Yeah.
It wraps around, so the world is kind of a continuous.
Oh!
Or it's like a circle, kind of. A sphere.
Yeah,
Like
there are any...
Odin Sphere. Odin Sphere does that.
Yeah.
That scrolls though too.
Are there any other games similar to this that have wrapping screens that are multiplayer competitive or anything?
I
was thinking-
not that I can think of. Not that are multiplayer. I mean, Defender does it, which is
Oh,
developed
yeah.
by the same company that made this.
So I was thinking that could be really interesting for, you know, like for example, Duck Game. If the screen wrapped around, let you do some crazy stuff. You know, as long as you were thinking ahead about it.
Whew. Oh fuck!
You
Sorry
killed
about
me.
that.
You wrecked me.
Oh fuck! It's so the control is so hard.
Yeah. It's also.
Oh sorry.
How dare you?
Oh shit!
Wow. You know,
That was worse than last time. This is very embarrassing.
I like it sometimes you can actually collide without hurting each other.
What the fuck? Oh, I wasn't watching the wrap.
What'd you do?
Coming around the
Oh.
edge.
Yeah, that's the problem. When the screen wraps, you
We
really
were
have to
doing
look
better
out.
than we were last time, and then I had that little fumble there. Whoa! Careful there! You almost killed.
What was that thing?
You almost. Oh fuck!
Did you see? There was something in the lava that grabs you. Look. What is it? It's a hand.
Wow! I thought that the first lava hand in a game was. Oh, it grabs the enemies too. That's awesome.
Oh.
I thought the first lava hand in a game was Super Mario Brothers 3.
Why did you think that?
I don't know. That's the first time I ever saw it.
Oh, okay. Well,
In the last level.
I guess this beat it by a couple years. A handful of years. Joust, huh? It's still fun.
It's still definitely fun. It's really hard to control and very loose, which I think adds to the excitement and the fun of it, actually. So I would still consider it to be one of the first good games. It might sound disrespectful to say that, but really they were just figuring out how games worked back in those days. So most of them sucked. There was no game design theory, there weren't books on it. Nobody really understood how to make a good video game. So the fact that they were able to hit on something as fun and playable as this that early on is very impressive. We hope you enjoyed this episode, GS Arcade, and we'll see you on the next one.